Hello and welcome to Quick Charge by Electrek, keeping you in the fast track with daily EV and green energy news. I'm Mikey G, and it's Thursday, February 11th. Tesla has released a new software update in China that includes the integration of TikTok as well as a few more features. Tesla has a tradition of releasing new software updates for the holidays, in which the automaker did again in December with most markets. But now they're following up with the holiday update in China for Chinese New Year, the year of the ox, if you're curious. The biggest new feature is the integration of TikTok and an update to the QQ Music app. For now, the features are only available in China, but Tesla has been known to release new features in China first and then bring them to other markets like North America. EVgo announced today that it is expanding its integration of Tesla connectors at charging stations in the U.S. Most people agree that those Tesla proprietary charging networks are some of the best in the industry, but third-party networks are starting to grow and become a more viable option. Last year, EVgo announced that it will deploy an unknown amount of Tesla connectors targeting Whole Foods locations. Today, EVgo announced an expansion of the partnership with over 600 charging stations. EVgo's charging network is also being integrated into Tesla's navigation system in order to easily route owners to the stations. Tesla and General Motors are set to regain access to the tax credit worth $7,000 on 400,000 more electric cars in the U.S. with a potentially new proposed EV incentive program. The two car makers lost this privilege when the cap of 200,000 car deliveries took place. With the Democrats taking the White House and the Senate, they now have officially reintroduced the bill to reform the federal EV tax incentives, among other programs, to help renewable energy. It's called the Growing Renewable Energy and Efficiency Now Act, or GREEN Act. It doesn't open up the floodgates entirely, though. In short, automakers that have met the threshold already would have access to a new $7,000 tax credit for 400,000 additional vehicles until a new phase-out period starts again. According to Bloomberg, Rivian is looking for locations for a factory in Europe. Rivian will manufacture electric delivery vans first and then pivot into electric vehicles for consumers, but Germany, UK, and Hungary are all being considered as potential factory locations for Rivian in Europe. Early investments from Fortune 500 companies like Amazon and Ford have helped propel Rivian into quite a great status. In fact, since unveiling its R1T pickup and R1S SUV in 2018, Rivian has obtained $8 billion in private capital. Despite that fact, it's only a matter of time before the company goes public. Plans for the Ford F-150 pickup and the Volkswagen ID.4 are in jeopardy, as their battery supplier is facing an import ban on potential intellectual property issues. In 2019, LG Chem, one of the top battery suppliers for electric vehicles, filed federal lawsuits against SK Innovations, another top battery supplier for electric vehicles, over allegedly stealing trade secrets. In the suits, LG alleges that SK Innovations accessed trade secrets by hiring 77 employees from their lithium-ion battery division of LG Chem, which they claim developed the world's first commercial pouch-type lithium-ion battery for automobiles. The International Trade Commission has now ruled on the case, and it's banning SKI from importing its batteries into the United States. However, Bloomberg reports that the Trade Commission has given Ford and Volkswagen, who are counting on batteries from SKI, a few years before the ban is implemented. Ford warned the Commission that it's not easy to change a battery supplier, but the automaker seems happy with the 4-year delay in the ban. Toyota has announced that they are going to bring 2 electric cars and a plug-in hybrid to the United States in 2021. Despite the fact that the company has announced an acceleration of its electric vehicle plans last year, the Japanese automaker has been focusing on hybrids and fuel cell vehicles and has often dismissed battery electric vehicles. But the tides are now turning, and today Toyota announced that it's finally going to bring an all-electric vehicle to the U.S. Bob Carter, Toyota Motors North America Executive Vice President of Sales, commented on the announcement saying, quote, "We continue to be leaders in electrification that began with our pioneering introduction of the Prius nearly 25 years ago. Toyota's new electrified product offerings will give customers multiple choices of powertrain that best suits their needs." Now, the Japanese automaker didn't elaborate on what those new electric vehicles will be, but it has been talking about working on an all-electric SUV quite lately. And in Electrek's Green Energy Brief, PGE, which is Poland's state-owned public power company, and the largest power group and Danish wind giant Ørsted, finished a deal yesterday that jointly developed 2 offshore wind projects in the Baltic Sea, a 1.5 gigawatt Baltica 2 and a 1 gigawatt Baltica 3. PGE currently generates most of its electricity from coal, but plans to have at least 6.5 gigawatts in offshore wind energy capacity by 2040. Green Tech Media, a prevalent green energy website, is shutting down this March. Reasons at the moment are unclear, but in 2016 Green Tech was acquired by Wood Mackenzie, an energy and mining research company that has worked for fossil fuel companies, among other ties. PV Buzz rightly states, quote, "This is a huge blow to the industry, considering that we are in the midst of a transition towards clean tech and renewables." Danish wind turbine manufacturer Vestas today announced the launch of its new offshore wind turbine, the V236-15.0 megawatt. This new model takes the crown as the largest offshore wind turbine. The new V236 will have a rotor diameter of 774 feet and boost wind energy production to around 80 gigawatt hours per year, enough to power around 20,000 European households and save more than 30,000 tons of carbon dioxide. The first version prototype is expected to be installed in 2022, while serial production is scheduled for 2024. And finally, in Electrek's personal mobility coverage, Furrow Systems has just unveiled the company's latest urban commuter e-bike, the Aventa. At just 36 pounds, this aluminum alloy bike is certainly one of the lightest weight ends of the e-bike spectrum. The pedal-assisted e-bike houses a 280 watt-hour battery and a 250 watt rear hub motor. With stylish looks and a $1,935 price tag, it's sure to turn heads wherever it goes. Thanks for listening to Quick Charge by Electrek. We also have an audio version on your favorite podcast player. I'm Mikey G, and I hope you have a great day.